I'm Dr. Kimberlee Bethany Bonura, and I'm here to help you achieve unconditional self-acceptance. By continuing with the video, you are agreeing to and accepting the terms of the waiver of liability. Welcome back. Today I want to talk about chairs, both yoga chair pose and sitting in chairs. Because one of the things that we know is that our ability to get up and down from a chair on our own is a key measure of maintaining functional independence with age. And so practicing sitting and standing out of a chair and doing chair poses to strengthen the legs, the quadriceps and the glutes is really important for maintaining that functional independence as we age. So we're going to do a couple different varieties of chair pose. We're going to do a couple rounds of sitting and standing out of a chair, use support as needed so that we can help us all build that strength, that core strength, the leg strength that we need to keep staying strong as we age. So we'll start with a couple of standing chair poses. First one, I want you to have your feet about hip width apart. Wear your shoes. If you've got any sort of foot condition, if you have diabetic feet, if you have any stability challenges, completely fine to wear your shoes. I know lots of times yoga is done barefoot. I want you to keep your shoes on so that you're building the functional strength that you need for your daily life. So you've got your shoes on, your feet are about hip width apart, hips to knees to ankles, all in a nice stacked line. You're going to roll your shoulders down and back, and we're going to bend at the knees so that you've got this slight bend. You're taking a chair pose. Shoulders are going to stay down and back. So we're very straight through the upper back. We're bent through the knees and the hips. We're working on our quad strength. You should feel it here in the fronts of your legs. And you're just going to stand here. If you'd like, you can be beside your chair, so you've got that for balance, or if you want to use a walking stick beside you, use whatever you need so that you stay solid. You could also be in a doorway and holding onto the side of the door frame. Nice and solid here. If you're comfortable, we're going to lift one arm. If you're still okay, we're going to lift the other arm. And we're going to hold this for 5 deep breaths. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. If your legs are starting to burn, hang in there. Take your hand on the chair if you'd like. Feel comfortable, feel solid. 2 more breaths. Inhale, exhale, 1 more. Inhale and exhale. And then straighten up, release your arms, shake your legs out. Now, again, you can have your chair beside you, you can have a cane or a walking stick to help you feel solid. I want you to take your feet nice and wide, toes are pointed out. So now you're making like a solid triangle from your hips to your knees to your feet. And then we're gonna bend the knees going outward. So you might have your hand on the chair, you might have your hands on your hips. You're gonna bend, keep that tailbone tucked under, belly button tucked in. Don't go too far with the knees. You want a nice line from the knee to the ankle so that you're not hurting that knee joint. You should be feeling this a little bit more in your glutes and your low back. Nice and solid here. Tailbone is tucked under so that you're not straining the back, and instead you're working your bottom and your legs. If you're comfortable, one hand comes up. If you're solid, other hand comes up. 5 breaths here. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Inhale up, exhale the arms down, stretch out your legs. We're going to do 1 more. Feet again are about hip width apart. You've got your nice solid balance from hips to knees to ankles. Maybe you've got your hand on the chair. Listen to your body, listen to your balance. We're going to bend the knees. We're going to tuck the tailbone under. Now, this is the one that's a little more challenging. You might want your hand on the chair as you start. You're going to try to pull your toes up off the ground. You're not going to get your shoes off the ground. That's okay. Just lift those toes up and feel how that shifts your weight back onto your heels, how that maybe stretches the fronts of your shins. Just pay attention to where you feel it. And then if you're okay, if you're balanced here, inhale one arm, exhale the other. You can keep holding onto the chair. Listen to your body. 5 breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Inhale. And exhale. Come on up. Relax the arms. Shake out the legs. Come over here to your chair for a moment. You know what else I love about chair pose? Chair pose is great exercise. It works your core, works your back, works your legs entirely. You need no equipment to do it, and you can build it in throughout your day. For instance, try this for the next week. Whenever you brush your teeth, while you're standing there with your toothbrush, you've got the counter for one hand if you need it, if you'd like it, if it makes you feel more comfortable. Do those 3 chair poses that we just did every morning while you brush your teeth for the next week. And then let me know in a week how your body's feeling, if you're starting to feel stronger, better core strength, better balance, just from adding in 3 chair poses a day while you brush your teeth in the morning. And you brush your teeth every morning, so it's not like finding more time for exercise. Another time you could do it while you're standing there waiting for your coffee pot to finish and you want your coffee, but it's still dripping, and if you pull it out, it'll like splash everywhere and you'll have a mess. Do 1 chair pose while you wait for that last dripping before you pour your coffee in. Find those moments where you can do a chair pose while you're already doing something, while you're waiting in line, the grocery store, the post office, the bank, whatever. Do a chair pose. Maybe someone behind you will do a chair pose. Maybe they'll say, what are you doing? And you'll say, I'm working on my strength through chair pose. And then you're spreading health everywhere you go, like sprinkling little seeds of health. Give it a try and keep me posted. Let me know how your strength is doing. Now, why do we do chair pose? We do chair pose to get strong, but a big part is we do chair pose so we can keep using chairs independently. Because again, as I said, the research shows being able to, so you're sitting in a chair, not use your hands, stand up. That is a key functional indicator of how independent people stay as they age. Once you start having to push yourself up, once you start having to catch yourself before you sit, that begins functional declines. And then you don't have to give in to those. You can say, oh wait, I've been using my hand when I sit down. Okay, I'm gonna start working on that core strength. I'm gonna start working on that leg strength. I'm gonna make an effort every day for how I sit up and sit up, how I stand up and sit down so that I can keep my independence. Because it's not just about the chair, it's about everything else, right? It's about not falling. It's about feeling like you're in charge of your own life. Feeling independent, feeling like you can still do those daily activities of living is so important for healthy aging. So, I have a chair with no arms. If you are already having some challenges with standing up and sitting down, get a chair with arms. I don't want you to get hurt. I want you to be working slowly where you are. Wherever you are is where we start. Every little bit of progress counts. Remember that. Be kind to yourself. Be patient. Work where you are. We're going to have our chair. You're going to have your feet at a nice hip width apart. You're going to sit more on the edge of the chair because it's easier to get up from the edge of the chair than from all the way back on the chair. So start this exercise by you're forward on the edge of the chair. Your knees are hip width apart. Your feet are hip width apart, so you've got a nice solid balance. If you need to have your hands on something, try having your hands on your thighs instead of on the chair. Or maybe one hand on the thigh and one hand on the chair. See though, give yourself a try. If you've got your hands on your hips and your feet nice and apart, can you press through your feet and bring yourself up to standing? And then try the opposite. Can you sit down slowly, controlled, carefully, without dropping on the chair? For today, just try it. See how it feels. Do it 2 or 3 times, because the first time you're still figuring out what you're doing. So try it again with me, hands on your hips. You're seated on the edge of your chair. Come carefully up. See how that feels. Come carefully down. See how that feels. One more time, now that you've figured out what we're doing. Carefully up to standing. Carefully down to sitting. And now go make yourself a note. How did it feel to get up and down out of your chair? How much did you have to push? How much did you feel like you were going to fall? How much did it feel like, yeah, this is easy, I can still do this? Where are you on that continuum? Then, every day for the next week, 2 weeks, do your 3 chairs while you're brushing your teeth, while you're waiting for your coffee, while you're in line. Just make sure you do them every day. And then come back, try this again. How's your strength coming? How's your core body strength coming? How's your legs coming? How's your balance feel? Just keep working on it. Remember that progress is progress. Be kind to yourself and start where you are. And keep me posted how you're doing. I am here to help you age well. I'm grateful to you, my dear viewer, and I'm grateful to my amazing team. If you like my content, please like and subscribe. You can find me on the web at www.drkimberleebonura.com and on Facebook, YouTube, Tumblr, and Insta at Kimberlee Bonura. Thanks for being here.